is not everybody, and that's okay. Today's currently February 20th, 2026. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. It's not. You know what mattered the most? Your reflection, your intuition when it comes to authenticity. They would never understand it was far from sneak dissing. They would never understand how you balance, hold on one second, encouragement. When you wasn't trying to lose your faith when it comes to hold on one second, being emotionally intelligent. You had to heal certain open wounds that was hurting you. Still being patient with time when you have to get physical. You know, trauma and pain. Been dealing with spiritual warfare when it comes to change. You know, from a child point of view, going into adulthood, they would never understand that transition is different when it comes to your growth, how you truly maturing. Not ever straight on me, all over yourself. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. You know, loving yourself is not a crime. To the genuine ones with no misintentions, I truly hope all is well in your end. Never give up on yourself because someone didn't see your potential. They know how to love you, respect you, or protect you, or meet you halfway. And I say that respectfully. And especially when you don't run from your past and you don't take accountability for your actions. That energy is different. Never overlook yourself when it comes to your reflection. And I say that respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. And my content is not for everyone. I am my biggest cheerleader, and I say that respectfully. It was more than a warning. You understood that, hold on one second, I wasn't trying to get discouraged when it comes to God showing me. Showing up for myself when it came to the devil, let alone the enemy trying to antagonize me. You know, you have a flow that can relate to, that confidence you carry the real well when you step in. And I don't mean no disrespect, but when you understand your reflection, the intuition is different. Not ever straight off me. Because giving up wasn't your reality. You know, my content is not for everyone, and that's okay. Entertainment purposes only. No, ever straight on me. Today is currently February 20th, 2026. Ever straight on me, goddammit. You ever been minding your business, minding your business, whatever the case may be? You ever got that first perm, that first hot comb in your hair, whatever the case may be? Ah! Ever straight off me. Only to realize your guardian is the one who's doing your hair, participating in this one-side conversation, because you didn't sign up for the bullshit. Ever straight off me, bitch. I didn't ask for a perm, let alone a hot comb my goddamn hair. Ever straight off me. I'm telling your mother, bitch. No, for real, bro. You ever got on the phone with your parent? Your child hurt me. No, ever straight on me. This is abuse. No, for real, bro. A motherfucker decided want to put a motherfucker perm in your hair at the end of the day. Let me speak to this idiot. What's going on in my household? Ever straight on because that motherfucker feel they run that shit too. Hello? No, for real. This motherfucker explained. You know, you gave me a perm when I was young. But what the fuck they got to do with today? It's the trade don't be. That is not your head, stupid. No, for real. As you gonna keep up with this shit? This motherfucker start changing their narrative and all types of weird shit. I'ma make sure I apply her hair up or his hair, but whatever the case may be, to make sure it's handy dandy fine. Heaven straight over me. You ever experienced that one time when you got a hot comb put through your head? This motherfucker took my stay still ain't gonna hurt. Your hair that shit frying in my hair. No, for real. A motherfucker would tell you good in their hands, they good, you good in their hands, or whatever case may be. It had to take that one moment for your life to reevaluate your whole train of thought. If you ever got burned with a motherfucking hot comb, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Motherfucker gonna say, I'm sorry. No, you not, bitch. You mad at me. No, for real. You know my content, everybody. And that's okay. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. It's currently February 20th, 2026, and it's currently 10:20 p.m. And it's 4 minutes to this video. It's 5 people watching me. I truly appreciate time to the genuine ones with no misintentions, and I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. I would never hurt myself, regardless who's threatening my life, disrespecting me, or praying to my downfall. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. I'm far from a hater, regardless of your tax bracket, your environment. I said what I say. I'm a far from a hater. My content is not for everybody. You ever had that, this is for the smokers. No, ever trade over me. You ever had that one conversation had to rewrite your whole life at the end of the day? You ever had that one friend or a family member, invite you to a family event, y'all have a little cipher and shit? You ever think to yourself at the end of the day, how much saliva that motherfucker done just put on that cigar or that paper? Germs! 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 It's the strength over me. You know the most fucked up thing to do is wake up the next day, you trying to figure out, what's wrong with your dope? It was strength on me. All the motherfuckers you was smoking behind they dirty asses. It was strength on me. Family or not, fuck you. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. And my content is not for everyone. It's not. Always be yourself with no misintentions, and I say that respectfully. Poetry, my swag. I love to talk about love. Love is real, love is one of a kind. What the right one truly for you. Wow. The fact that old girl and old boy, they had their own swag when it come to being fly. Maturing is different when someone didn't have to lie. Someone bringing peace into your life wasn't complicated. Someone truly loving you. Who would have knew that true love was patient? You know, when someone sees you, hears you, respects you, that energy is different when it comes to growth and maturing. Believing in faith, who would have knew that God was showing you favor? Your past living your reality, who would have knew at the end of the day you would be loving the love of your life? Because they truly actually show you at the end of the day that balance is real. Now, ever trade off of me. You gain the love of a best friend, a business partner, everybody's walk of life ain't the same. Someone didn't have to dibble and dabble with spell, don't play with magic, psych at your free will. Someone who actually knew how to keep it real. Because action spoke loud in words when it comes to this journey called love. Who would have knew at the end of the day someone truly will overflow your cup with genuine love? Bringing peace into your life. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and just because when someone praying not against you, they wasn't trying to shortchange your mental, let alone your pockets. Hold on one second, you was far from the issue. They need a tissue. When the outside world trying to kick you down, they sit there and say that, hold on one second, that person gonna kick you down to make you frown. That's not your type. That person ain't gonna be there at the end of the day to treat you right. It's going to be a false narrative because the conversation probably won't make sense. But only as to hold on one second. You have to think for yourself to hold on one second. If God sent the right person into my life, if this is my time at the end, I'm going to treat them right. Whatever he say, she say, got to say, who would have knew at the end of the day they was all wrong when it came to love, when someone actually knew how to love you. Now, ever trade on me. I'm motherfucker will pray on your downfall so bad when it comes to someone trying to love you, show up for your types of ways. What's wrong with these motherfuckers? I don't know. My content is not for everyone, and I say that respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine respect, and this is peace. Peace and respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. I said what I said. Stop the violence. Monday, self-love looks good on you. Hold on 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Monday, self-love every day. Tuesday, self-control every day. Motivation every day. Wednesday, Thursday, choose yourself. Never overlook yourself. The hater gonna try to discourage you. Don't give up on yourself when it comes to hold on 1 second, catching the attitude. Believe in your faith for hope within. You're mad and you're worthy. Never get discouraged because they don't want you to go within. Friday, you're mad and you're worthy. Saturday, fall from the hater. Neighbor, stay in your lane with your negative energy. Sunday, never give up on yourself. The blessing within you is the light they can relate to. That was your reflection. Love yourself and shine in your world. Love yourself and shine in your world. You are my sunshine. You are a blessing. Never overlook yourself because a hater. Never let a hater dim your light, neighbor. Only to yourself and no malicious intentions. Domestic violence, hate crime, discrimination, racism, violence, gang stalking awareness, and DV is really real to your household. And you're not doing it for likes and views or clout chasing or fame. Individuals from your past, they would try to keep tabs on you, to have people watch you, try to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially, or even try to hex your life at the end of the day. Never give up on yourself, regardless of what subject it is at the end of the day. You're mad and you're worthy. Never get discouraged. Gang stalking awareness is real. No, for real. Individuals who will hack your devices, your accounts, your emails, clone your devices, control your day-to-day activities on your devices, and paint you up to be crazy, slow, stupid, and retarded. No, for real. And then say, you're not worthy, you're blessed, you're reflection. Who do you think you are?
They would even read out your mail, your packages. They would even try to paint you to be something truly not at the end of the day. To have folks go against you, even when people don't have to know you at the end of the day. You know, people give you evil eye. I don't like that person. For no reason. This type of stuff actually happens. Individuals will try to hack your life, hex you. Send spell work, magic, or voodoo or witchcraft at the end of the day towards you. When it comes to text, someone hacking you, hexing you or whatever the case may be. The enemy wants you to get discouraged. It's currently 10:26 and gang stalking awareness is real. And people will try to wear a mask. Oh no, I didn't do that. Oh no, I didn't do that. I didn't hack your devices. I didn't do that. They say you crazy. They say you're not worthy. But never give up on yourself. For real, for real. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. To the genuine ones, you're mad and you're worthy. The enemy or the devil, they want you to give up on yourself. They want you to get discouraged. They want you to fumble your own words. But you continue to show up for yourself. Patience. Try. You showed up for you. And it wasn't a lie. Authenticity started within. Love yourself. Never get discouraged because someone's praying on your downfall. Because you're willing to believe in hope and faith. FAITH. You mad and you are worthy. No, for real, for real. When it comes to gang stalking, they will read out your mail, your packages, and they will try to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially, even from people from your past or, people don't have to know at the end of the day. People even act like they know you and will try to blackmail you against you. But never give up on yourself because the right people see you, hear you, respect you with no malicious intentions. Domestic violence, racism, discrimination, violence, and gang stalking awareness is real to your household. Always protect your energy, you and your family with no malicious intentions. Stay out of trouble, gotta go. When it comes to me and Naya creativity, we work alone, no third party. Gotta go, stop the violence.
I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. It's currently one person watching right now. It's 11 minutes into the video and 55 seconds. And it's currently 10:27 p.m. And it's February 20th, 2026. I would never hurt myself regardless who's threatening my life, disrespecting me, or who has malicious intentions towards me, and I say it respectfully. I would never hurt myself or my peers around me, and I say respectfully. It's not a crime to be authentic. I go live every night on YouTube at 10:15 p.m. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. I go live every night at 10:15 p.m. on YouTube. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone, and that's okay. You gotta glow when it comes to your flow. They would never understand how growth actually hits when it comes to authenticity going within. They mistreated you, disrespected you. The abuse was real when you have to get physical. Who would have knew that you was catching a blessing? Only was hold on 1 second, God allowed you to be comfortable in your own skin when you come in your reflection. I may not make sense to the average person, but hold on 1 second, since you got your own attention, you looking in the mirror to understand your beauty, to allow yourself to feel, to keep it real. You've been dealing with spiritual warfare from a child, going to your adulthood. They would never understand how you stepping. Hold on 1 second, even when chicks and dudes trying to hex your life when it comes to your vocabulary, but your heavenly mother, Father God, and remove their hands off of you. That energy is different, how you carry your own weight. And I don't mean narcotics, coming from trauma and pain. Hold on 1 second, didn't matter if you, lived in poverty or whatever the case may be. But you understood I wasn't trying to lose me because someone didn't know how to respect me because they was truly pretending. That standout question is different. Because when you have favor over your life when it comes to faith, it's going to be chicks and dudes trying to kick you down, discourage you, all because you're willing to love you. Not ever, Jacob. Always be yourself. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. Loving yourself is not a crime. It's not. I love to talk about love.
Love is real, love is one of a kind, with the right one truly for you.
Not only did you smell good, but you had qualities about you at the end of the day to keep it real. That authenticity hits different when it comes to a future so fruitful. How someone on the same page with you, not to use you. Abuse, emotionally unstable. That energy is different. Abuse, emotionally unstable. When the enemy tried to discourage you. When the right person walked into your life, they didn't have to pretend to love you. Someone participating in the conversation, who would have knew that your future would be fruitful? Wow. When you was far from a fool. Only was a hold on 1 second, someone could truly love you. Not ever straight on me. Wow.
Love is rare, love is one of a kind, with the right one truly for you.
Not only was you book smart, street smart, your vocabulary is different. You ain't the average person. But that's different at the end of the day when it comes to conversation. It wasn't hesitation. Standing on business when it comes to not shortchanging your mental health. Because when the right person walks into your life, all that he say, she say is out the window. And I say that respectfully. It wasn't trying to be aggressive, but someone truly allow you to see why you truly was woke. Because someone didn't have to run a game to get your time and day when it comes to your vocabulary. Who would have knew that someone wasn't trying to project pain, let alone remind you what you've been through when it comes to your past? Hold on one second, what you overcame. Someone brought peace into your life Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And just because moments, the energy is different. Wow, finally someone sees you, hears you, respects you. Your vocabulary not the same at the end of the day, but who would have knew that someone brought the best out of you in the most healthiest way? You changing your life for all the right reasons because someone truly allowed you to feel like, hold on one second, it's okay to be woke. When someone didn't know how to respect you, they didn't see you, they didn't know how to love you, but you walked into the right person's arms to allow you to see at the end of the day, you wasn't being misled wrong. Not ever change on me. Always be yourself. Yeah. My content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. Loving yourself is not a crime. Your defense and my defense and they defense is truly different when it comes to a claim that certain folks will never understand at the end of the day. My rejection was my protection. Your projection at the end of it was a hex to project on an innocent person. You had malicious intentions so someone can overlook their growth when it comes to, hold on one second, God showing them better days. You didn't want someone to believe in hope. You wanted someone to get discouraged when it comes to faith. Or because you want them to be in the mindset of being a crash out because you try to rob them when it comes to their pain. You want them to be in a mindset of depression, anxiety, PTSD. You want them to be so unclear of themselves when it comes to their awareness, but they was truly woke. It truly got you scared, got you figuring out, hold on one second. You was the one playing with magic this whole entire time. How this type of stuff actually happens. How someone could see you from a mile away. They dibbling down with magic and spoke in a toxic way. Because we live in a spiritual world. Keeping it real with your reflection. Understanding, asking God, hold on one second. Please reveal the devil, love, and the enemy. And God continue to reveal right to left. And God will allow you to see why you was truly strong. Allow you to see why you stand before yourself today. That, hold on one second, unconditional love didn't allow you to change your heart. Regardless of who's projecting on you with malicious intentions. My content is not for everyone. I am my biggest cheerleader, regardless to who's threatening my life, who's trying to blackmail me against me, or who's praying to my downfall, and I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. Loving yourself is not a crime. The fact that the letter started with you, that introduction is different. They would never understand the subject when it comes to your quality. You truly loving you. You standing before yourself when it comes to reflection, the hands of time. Who would have knew that a prayer would come true? You choosing you. You gonna have chicks and dudes and different tags back and trying to discourage you because you believe in the faith. Hold on one second, it wasn't their vision when it comes to your mistakes. Because you decided to take accountability for your action, wasn't running from your past when it comes to your intuition. God was allowing you to see why you're being restored for all the right reasons, while God allowed you to see why you maintain your smile today, didn't have to get physical. The hinge is different. Like, always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. Regardless if you're a content creator or not, loving yourself is not a crime. It's not. They say when one door opens, when one door closes, another one opens. You were so lost in your own words that a door actually opened for you, but that was God's intuition. It wasn't the devil guiding you. It wasn't the person that painted you out to be the villain or the enemy, the one that tried to get a reaction. They didn't have no say-so in what God had for you. They try to control the narrative because they try to abuse you mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, even gang stalking you when it comes to your potential. But God also showing you why you're truly protected. You continue to call your energy back. They would never understand that you was far from, hold on one second. You was far from distant. That flex is different. You wasn't flexing on them. You just understood your intuition. Understanding growth is different. All the childhood trauma and pain that you went through going into your adulthood, they would never understand how you stand before yourself that day. A testimony, hold on one second, they can't walk in your shoes. They try to disrespect with you, but hold on one second, they look like a fool. They try to rob you of your existence, took them out you a copycat, but hold on one second, they asking for their own farewell when it comes to staying in their lane, but hold on one second, I truly hope that one day you can truly keep it real. No ever trade on me. A motherfucker will have so much skeletons in their closet that not they fucking fix it and they worry about you. Oh my God. It be down to this. Like, for real, for real. You mean to tell me you don't like somebody so much, you despise somebody so much, you got a gang smoke them and hack their devices? You a weird son of a bitch. You know, because everybody's mindset ain't the same. Everybody don't have that bored mentality. Everybody not miserable, and I say that respectfully. How you reject yourself for your own quality, trying to discourage another person because they got potential. You said that they was the issue, but you gang stalking them, hacking their device, their accounts, their emails, trying to tell on them at the end of the day, but you don't understand your own farewell. You forgot to realize your own reflection. You'd rather kick the next person down than to deal with your skeletons. This type of stuff actually happens. When you actually understand how to hold a conversation, there be chicks and dudes that be trying to project you to be the bad habit. They said that you obnoxious. They said that you too loud. You disrespectful. You pray to God, but God was not real. But God was keeping it real. And God truly was guiding you. Hold on a second, revealing the devil, let alone the enemy. They would never understand it was far from hesitation when you came to loving you. Not ever say don't be, My content is not for everyone. If you're not a hacker, if you're not a person that gang stalk people, this conversation not for you. If you take it personal, they got shit to do with me. It don't. You know, people pick and choose who could talk about violence, narcotic, domestic violence, racism, discrimination, gang stalking awareness. People pick and choose who could curse, who could talk about healing, trauma, and pain. Never give up on yourself because someone is threatening your life and they said that nobody gonna believe you at the end of the day. My content is not for everybody. Because we all not haters. No, for real. Who the fuck got time and day to do some weird shit like that? Oh, I'm going to go hack the accounts and emails and make their life miserable. Who the fuck got that mindset? Do you? Do you? I thought not either. Here's a trick on me. That's doing too much. It's not that serious. It would never be that deep. Hello? Misery loves company. That's what they was trying to do. They was knocking on your door. They tried to give you a foul, but you understood the score. You was a team win at the end of the day. You was actually playing with your teammates. Hold on 1 second. It wasn't a mistake when God put the right people on your team. When it come to elevation, you got chicks and dudes saying that you're whacking your corny, but they sitting there taking those little gang stalk you with malicious is all because you understood your pride is different. They try to turn your smile into a frown, all because God was allowing you to see why you was grounding yourself. At the end of the day, when it come to hold on 1 second, I wasn't trying to lose myself. You know, they say practice makes perfect. You would never be perfect at the end of the day, but you understood that hold on 1 second, you was worth it. You understood how to carry yourself, even when folks try to kick you down and antagonize you, regardless of their tax bracket, let alone their age group. How chicks and dudes would try to antagonize you to paint you out to be the fool. How they try to rob you from your heart, all because you got potential, never had to switch up, even regardless who hurt you. That love unconditional started within. They would never understand how God was really stepping for you. Hold on 1 second, they have to worship the devil, let alone pretend. No, ever change. Like, my soul is not for sale. Never was. No, no, no. You know, my content is not for everyone, and that's okay. To the genuine ones, on just actually hope all is well in your end. You know, no mother or father or guardian should ever have to get a phone call that their child passed on because someone lacks self-control. And I don't wish death on nobody's child at the end of the day. And I said respectfully, it doesn't matter if a mother's in a single family household or father's in a divided household, whatever the case may be. That mother and father prays for their safety of their child every single day. And for someone to come into their life and strip them away from their own child at the end of the day, for jealousy, envy, or insecurity because someone doesn't want to see someone prosper, someone is still holding on to attachment from someone's past, someone doesn't want to see someone prosper. You don't have to know somebody or not for someone to try to discourage you when it comes to your faith or having hope. But a mother and father should never lose a child or a guardian, or you think someone's alone or whatever the case may be. Somebody loves that baby, regardless of how old they are, and I say that respectfully. No mother or father or guardian should ever get a phone call because someone lacks self-control, and I say that respectfully. Someone decided to walk out your life. Someone decided to close the door for all the right reasons. And individuals want to put it, but they want to play God. They want to play the villain or whatever the case may be in someone's story, the bad guy, whatever the case may be. No, I haven't changed on me. Now you want to be the bad guy? No, for real, for real. Because the bad guy mentality was to strip an innocent person from their family. They wanted to control the narrative when it came to your beauty. How could you do something like that when it comes to someone actually being smart and gifted at the end of the day, or because you didn't get to hold on 1 second the same gifts? How this type of stuff actually happens. How individuals be jealous of individuals that know how to show for themselves good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. Even if they have a speech problem, a disability problem in the day, they still show up. Good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. How someone decided to step out on faith and individuals look at a certain person like, why you? Because God chose that innocent person, someone wanted to strip them from their gifts. Someone wanted to strip them from their self-love. How this type of stuff actually happens. You know, my content is not for everyone. It's not. Always be yourself with no misintentions, and I say that respectfully. You know, no mother or father should be stripped away from their child because someone wants to come in and control the narrative and paint a mother and father to be mentally unstable. But a mother and father is a provider, a protector, a prayer warrior. They show up good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. I may not make sense to the average person, but my content is not for everyone, and that's okay. I am my biggest cheerleader, regardless of who's threatening my life or disrespecting me or praying to my downfall, and I say that respectfully. I would never hurt myself, and I say that respectfully. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone. I always have since day one. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. I go live every night on YouTube at 10:15 p.m. All because someone wanted to paint a mother and father to be unstable. They wanted to make a child feel like they're not wanted or loved. But a mother and father still praying for their child to come home safe every single day. How someone would truly try to brainwash someone's child, project spell work, magic, witchcraft, or voodoo on someone's baby. How this type of stuff actually happens. And no mother or father should be stripped from their child because of that. Because someone's lack of self-control. You know, my content is not for everyone, and that's okay.
No, Evan, check on me, goddamn. I'm about to wrap it up. It's one person watching. It's 26 minutes of the video, and it's 10:42, and it's currently February 20th, 2026. No, Evan, check on me. You've been with the money, you've been, you got that one phone call, whatever case it be from your doctor. No, Evan, check on me. Hey, doctor. What's going on, doc?
Do me a favor. I need you to come down to the office.
Is it an emergency?
Evidently, it is. I need you to come down.
No, you can tell me the good news over the phone. What the fuck wrong with you? I don't want to come down here, motherfucker. Bring your ass.
Carry on.
Ella changed on me.
You ever got a phone call from your doctor unexpectedly at the end of the day? Only to get down there and this motherfucker want to talk about your cholesterol?
Ella changed on me. I thought something was wrong with me. I thought I was diabetic. I thought I was saying, Tweety Bird.
No, the changed on me. When you least expecting the day, this motherfucker gonna talk about. So I'm very concerned about your cholesterol.
Ella changed on me. Mind you, it's mad stable.
No, for real, bro. I just need you to change your diet just a little bit. You know, you could told me that over the phone.
No, it's the train off of me.
A motherfucker would make you get out your bed, your comfort zone, all types of weird shit to talk about your cholesterol. You know, we could have waited another day.
No, it's the train off of me. Oh, Lord.
You ever been money, you been with the money, or business, whatever the case may be?
No, it's the train off of me.
You ever realize you ain't have nobody to call?
Fuck. Well, good news. It's the train off of me. Fuck.
When you realizing that you got that motherfucking scale this morning at the end of the day,
Bitch, I lost 10 pounds. It's the train off of me.
You know when you start to lose motherfucking weight, a motherfucker would swear you on some hard narcotics and shit. You depressed, you stressed out and all that shit. I'm just loving me another day.
It's the train off of me. Fuck you.
No, for real, I never understood that bougie shit. And it's worse when you hear from your own fucking parents and shit. You ain't eating?
What the fuck? It's the train off of me. How dare you? Hey, you need to miss a couple of meals or two, bitch. Entertainment purpose only.
You ever had that one moment in there? You call it entertainment purposes only, okay?
Hit the train off me.
You ever had that one guardian and shit or whatever the case may be? It was a day you said, you know what? Because they said they wanted to change their life around.
No, it changed over me. Only was the whole 1 second you almost made the frown. It changed over me.
You invite them to the motherfucking gym. They go with you or whatever the case may be. But they realize in the day, this ain't for me.
It's changed over me. I thought you wanted to get it together, bitch. What happened?
I don't think it's a good time right now, but I go sit in the car and wait for you. How long you gonna be? Matter of fact, I'm gonna go get some groceries. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go pay a bill or two. You ever had that one guardian at the end of the day that was your transportation for the day? And that motherfucker took my they coming to get you in 15 minutes to turn into 2 hours. What the fuck? You told me we was gonna be here in 30 minutes when I last hung on the phone with you 2 hours ago. I told you I was the parent. That's right, don't me. I'm Naya, Gino Respect. And I would never hurt myself regardless of threatening my life, disrespecting me, or let alone praying on my downfall. To the genuine ones with no intentions, I say this respectfully. Never give up on yourself because someone doesn't see your potential. Never give up on yourself because someone's projecting insecurity, jealousy, envy towards you. Regardless if you're a content creator or not at the end of the day, never get discouraged because someone is a hacker or someone works in certain departments at the end of the day to try to ruin your life. And I say that respectfully. Because when you elevating and trying to show up for yourself, regardless if you're an entrepreneur, a content creator, a basketball player, a artist, or whatever the case may be, learn how to play the piano, never get discouraged. They laughed at your vision. Hold on one second. They laughed at your vision when it come to your intuition. It started with a beginning when it came to you, your reflection. They would never understand that you had to count on you the better days ahead. Who would have known that you were truly willing to actually learn to understand your potential? It wasn't a hesitation because God was truly showing you it wasn't the issue. How chicks and dudes were praying your downfall, then they have to know them and not at the end of the day. But God allowed you to smile more. You healing childhood trauma, going to your adulthood, dealing with spiritual welfare from a child point of view, going to your adulthood. They would never understand how, hold on one second, your reflection, your intuition is different. That testimony that, hold on one second, was truly confident. Loving yourself, the better yourself, they would never understand that you wasn't trying to lose yourself when it comes to better days ahead, having hope within. No, ever trade over me. Always be yourself when no one says it, and I say that respectfully. Loving yourself is not a crime. And I say that respectfully. Love yourself, don't dim your lights. Love yourself, don't dim your light. Never competing with my neighbor. Never competing with my neighbor. I love me. Now ever trade over me, bitch. I ain't my enemy. It's the trade over me. I'm Naya, Gino Respect. Regardless if you're a content creator or entrepreneur or not, never allow someone to dim your light when it comes to your reflection. And I say that respectfully. You don't have to account me for your past, and you don't run from it. That energy is different. Never give up on yourself because someone wants to put you in a box, or someone wants to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially, or even hex your life. Or they say at the end of the day, your voice doesn't matter, so they're in the background trying to make sure at the end of the day that you don't prosper. But never get discouraged, and I say that respectfully. I'm Naya, and respected. I would never hurt myself regardless of what community, zip code, county, country I'm in, and I say that respectfully. I would never hurt myself regardless who's praying in my downfall. No, ever trade over me. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and just because moments. Cooling your energy back. Hold on one second. They would never understand that was far from a hook. They would never understand it was a prayer from a reflection. It was a prayer from your reflection, how you actually stepping. No negative energy when it comes to self-love. Hold on one second. When it comes to your confidence, fall from a copycat. When it comes to loving yourself, they would never understand that. Hold on one second. I wasn't trying to lose my faith when God was sweet, showed me I was worthy. Not ever trade over me. Be yourself. No, for real. I'm Naya, Genuine Love Respect, and I go live every night on YouTube at 10:15. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. I go live every night on YouTube at 10:15. Regardless if you're a content creator or not, never allow someone to dim your light when it comes to your faith. And I say that respectfully. We do live in a spiritual world. You're going to have individuals that you don't even have to know, individuals who act like they know you and they don't, just to try to rob you from your reflection, just to make you feel at the end of the day that you're not worthy of your motivation. How individuals will plot on your finances to make you feel like at the end of the day you ain't deserving of it. How individuals will try to make you homeless, rob you mentally, spiritually, financially, and you don't have to know them or not. And I say that respectfully. Never allow a man or a woman to disrespect you because they took your kindness or weakness when they said nobody's going to hear you or show up for you. They don't respect you. But when the right people walk into your life, they see you, they hear you, respect you with no malicious intentions. And I say that respectfully. Always be yourself with no malicious intention. It's 10:50 p.m. and it's 34 minutes into this video. I'm Naya, Gino Respect. and I am my biggest cheerleader. There's only one person watching right now at 34:32 and 10:50 p.m. and it's currently February 20th, 2026. Loving yourself is not a crime, and I say that respectfully. I would never hurt myself, regardless to who's disrespecting me or threatening my life. And I say that respectfully. I'm far from a hater. And I say that respectfully. Loving yourself is not a crime. It's not. You know, when the right people walk into your life, it was never competition. Love alone was far from a diss when they knew how to respect you. That growth is different when it comes to someone's intuition. They passed and live in a reality today. Who would have knew that new conversation would allow someone to say that, hold on 1 second, I believe in my faith. I knew there was good people in the world at the end of the day. The grass is actually green on the other side, but hold on 1 second. God didn't make a mistake. God didn't make a mistake when God allowed you to see. That's true, folks. That's truly for you. At the end of the day, they was far from pretending, let alone hating. No, they act their body weight, not their shoe size. No, for real, for real. Regardless, they came from poverty and pain. That ain't just different. You know, I don't push God on nobody, and I say it respectfully. I would never hurt myself regardless who's threatening my life or who's disrespecting me. And I say that respectfully. I work alone when it comes to my creativity. Regardless of trying to take credit for my creativity today, I work alone and I always have since day one. I would never hurt myself. You know what's small, whack, and corny? How chicks and dudes were looking for a reaction out of you. But hold on 1 second, you understood your favorite wasn't confused. You know growth, maturing. They said that your flow is so whack, but you're boring. But hold on 1 second, how can that possibly be when you're taking those try to be like me? It be the train of thought for me. How chicks and dudes would try to steal your swag, but God allowed you to see why you balance yourself when it comes to hold on 1 second, keeping it real. How the action was what we was far from capping. Being authentic. Oh my God. Always be yourself, no intentions. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. And I would never hurt myself regardless to who's threatening my life or praying on my downfall, and I say that respectfully. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and just because moments continue to call your energy back. No negative energy over here, and I say it respectfully. An intuition they can relate to. Understanding, hold on 1 second, how you truly comfortable in your own skin. They got their own skeletons in their closet. How their life is so boring, so you try to project misery loves company in your life. But God said, I got your back to treat you right. It's the truth of you. All you be yourself. We all don't pray the same. I don't worship the devil good day, bad day, or misunderstand day. I would never hurt myself and my soul was never for sale. When it comes to my creativity, I work with my Heavenly Mother, my Heavenly Father God, and I say respectfully, always be yourself with no misintentions. I post throughout the day, and I also go live every night on YouTube at 10:15. It's never always an accurate time that I post at the end of the day, and I say that respectfully. I don't energy harvest off my neighbor's energy. I don't gang stalk my neighbors, hacking their device, their accounts, their emails. I don't operate like that. I don't project spell work, witchcraft, magic, black magic, or whatever the case may be, the toxic spell works towards my neighbor. And I say that respectfully. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I'm far from a hater. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I would never hurt myself, regardless who's threatening my life or praying on my downfall. And I say that respectfully. I will always continue to choose me, be my biggest cheerleader. And I'm far from a hater. Yeah, we don't pray the same, but I know how to respect my neighbor. Far from a hater. Misunderstood and loved by you, far from a hater, stop the violence in the community. Misunderstood and judged by you, far from a hater, stop the violence in the community. Peace and respect your neighbors, the Lord. You damn you like gotta go there, but damn you like stop the violence. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. I go live every night, 10:15 on YouTube. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. Always be yourself. When it comes to my creativity, it's never no third party involved. When it comes to my creativity, regardless trying to blackmail me against me, and I say it respectfully. I know how to give respect when it's due. I know how to give flowers when it's due. And God was never for sale, likes, views, or clouds, or fame. We all ain't the same. I gotta go. Stop the violence. It's currently 2 people watching right now. It's 38:36. It's 10:54 p.m. And it's currently February 20th, 2026. I'm Naya, genuine respect, and I'm far from a hater. Always be yourself when it comes to being authentic. Far from a copycat. Let alone a hater. Every trade though. I hope you find your peace with that neighbor. I gotta go. My content is not for everyone. Peace and respect your neighbors. You may want to like gotta go on there, but you like stop the violence. It's not a crime to pray out loud. You ain't trying to hurt yourself or your peers around you. Respect, hold on 1 second. Actually, it's different because chicks and dudes pick and choose who they want to bully when it comes to someone's intuition. Hold on 1 second. It was far from fake, being authentic. They would never understand how you relate to understand unconditional love started within. You know, regardless who's threatening my life, I would never hurt myself. And regardless who's praying my downfall, I would never hurt myself. And I say that respectfully. Loving yourself is real. You know, domestic violence, hate crime, discrimination, racism, gang stalking awareness, and violence is real. And I say that respectfully. It may not be going on in your household, but it's going on in someone's household, and I say that respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I would never hurt myself because of these topics that I speak upon. And I say that respectfully, regardless who's threatening my life. And I say that respectfully. I would never hurt myself. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. Gotta go, stop the violence, there's 2 people in. And it's 39 minutes, and it's 10:55. So the genuine ones, never give up on yourself because someone did not love you, respect you, protect you, or see your potential. Because when the right people walk into your life, they see you, they respect you, they look at you like competition, and they're not trying to hex you. No, Evan, straight though. I mean, when you take account for your actions, you don't run for your past. Yeah, the energy is different. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content, everybody. And today is currently February 20th, 2026. I go live every night on YouTube at 10:15, and it's 40 minutes to this video and 10:56 p.m. Always be yourself, one person watching. Loving yourself is not a crime. I'm Naya, genuine respect, and I work alone when it comes to my creativity. I gotta go, stop the violence.